all of my lovely friends. Whoa, my friend was nice enough to let me borrow his light, and that was quite bright. And I can move around, I can sit down. This is great. I don't have to do some kind of janky thing or whatever. How's everybody doing today? It is a delightful night, and I'm feeling inspired to talk to you guys about some stuff that's going on in the world, and some nice little insights that I think the Spirit has given me, and I think you guys will find it interesting too. So, what's on everybody's mind lately? The coronavirus, right? Everybody's locked in their own houses, and it's quite a crazy shut-in we're going through right now. But did you know that there could be a secret to the name of the virus? A secret? I want to know the secret, Don. Tell me the secret. I'll tell you the secret. But first, it's important to remember that there's no accidents in this universe. That everything is interconnected in some weird and quirky way. Sometimes that is called synchromysticism. Synchromysticism. So sometimes we feel divinely inspired by something that's going on in a more macrocosmic perspective. Or sometimes the language is hidden from you to control you. Ooh, control. Because we're controlled with what we say, right? Because what we say determines our realities. And that's really important. And we'll get into a lot more of those videos in the future. Okay? So, let's break down the word of the virus. What is the virus called? It's called the coronavirus. Now, what's significant about the word corona? Well, for those of my viewers that speak other languages, perhaps Latin or Spanish, know that the word corona means crown. Now that's interesting. The crown virus. What is the significance of the word crown? Well, let's think about it. Let's jump gears a little bit and think about a different type of philosophical belief, which is not actually really a philosophical belief. This is really your own physiology, but that's a different story. In the Vedic traditions, in the Ayurvedic traditions, and a lot of Chinese medicine too, you have things that are called the Chakra Centers. In your stomach, in your center. In the Chinese, it's called your dantian. These are your energy vortex centers. And these are actually true. They are associated primarily with glandular activity that happens within your body. So these chakras aren't just a bunch of woo-woo nonsense that you see a bunch of yoga pants white girls meditating over. No, these are real things that happen in our bodies and in the human experience. Now, why do I mention this? What's important about this? Well, the highest chakra in your body, well, there's 7 chakras in your body, and the highest one is located here, on the top of your head. And what is it called, ladies and gentlemen? It is called the Crown Chakra. Interesting. We're getting a little interesting here. Yeah, so the Crown Chakra. Now, what is the significance and the importance of the Crown Chakra? Well, a couple other interesting points to note is that the Crown Chakra is associated with the color purple. This gets really interesting because what does purple considered throughout history? What is the significance of the color of purple? Well, purple was seen as the color of royalty. Why they call it the crown, right? Why royalty wears a crown on their head. But why was it considered the color of royalty? Because purple doesn't naturally occur in nature easily. It was not easy to get that type of color. It required tremendous amounts of labor by sourcing these plants or these minerals that were able to create this type of deep color of the purple dye. So it was very difficult to come across the color purple that way back in the day before you can just ship it off to Vietnam and get it done in Vietnam. But it was really hard to get the color purple. So it was seen as this very expensive, very lucrative, very special color that if you had the color purple, you were considered of royalty. Now, let's think about this a little bit more. I'm going to finish up my point about why I think it's kind of interesting, but we're going to go on the point about the crown. So, I thought it was very interesting that they had a crown. Why would you wear a crown? What is the significance of a crown? Well, the crown is around your head, right? And I thought of the word, and this is a very special word, it's the word enlightenment. Enlightenment. Now, there are hidden codes in the English language. There's codes that if you know what you're looking for, you're going to figure out what these codes are. But if you don't know what you're looking for, they're hidden in plain sight, otherwise known as occulted. So, let's look at the word enlightenment. What's the first part? What's the prefix? You have the prefix en, and in Spanish that's in, right? In. What's the next part? Light. Ooh, this is fascinating. Light. In, light. In. En, light, en. Ment, or mente, also as known as your brain. So what is the word enlightenment telling us? It's telling us the light in the brain. Fascinating. Now, is that just some kind of a metaphor? Or is there really something to that? Well, have you guys ever seen any kind of iconography or icons or religious pictures of saints or gods or goddesses in Eastern traditions, or pictures of Krishna or Jesus or all the angels and whatnot? What do most of them have on themselves? They have a halo. A halo. What's a halo look like? Well, it's around your head like this, and it's gold, and it kind of looks like a crown, right? So, but why is it gold? What does that mean? Well, this is a video for a different day. But when your vessel, when your body is in tune with the spirit, and the spirit is allowing to work through you, some people say that you begin to shine. And that might really literally be the case. Have you ever met somebody and you just like them, and they just seem to have this glow about them? They're just glowing, this aura. It's the same thing. It's the same principle. It's the light. Why do people say light and love? It's because light is information. Light is what refracts upon your retinas, what you can imagine, what you can see. And if you can emanate light, you can emanate information through your mente, through your mentis. You have the light in your mind. There's no darkness. All is visible. All can be seen through the light in your mind. If your vessel and your heart and your mind are clear, and your crown is open. So it's interesting that royalty tried to have an externalization of a spiritual process. That they were somehow grasping for this enlightenment, that they thought that they could get through gold, or through riches, or through wealth, or through power. But they were mistaken. And so they tried to symbolize this type of natural spiritual phenomena that happens in your body, which is the enlight and mente. Interesting. So, let's think about the name of this virus. It's the coronavirus. It's the virus of the crown, the virus of enlightenment. the virus of connection. So, what is associated with, that's my computer making noises, what is associated with a balanced crown chakra? Well, let's read my notes. Spirituality, being blessed, unity, wisdom, open-mindedness, peacefulness, being connected to the universe or God, and enlightenment. So when you're balanced in your crown, you experience all of these things. And that makes sense. The enlightenment in your crown, the light in your mente. But what happens when your crown chakra is imbalanced? Let's read my notes over here. This is interesting. Mental disorder, fear, memory and learning problems, apathy, and spiritual crisis. Fascinating. So what are we experiencing on this lovely little earth that we live on right now? Well, we're experiencing a whole heck of a lot of fear. We're experiencing a whole heck of a lot of separation because we're separated from our day-to-day lives, our day-to-day processes. And we are quarantining ourselves. The economy's broken. Small business owners are losing their jobs, right? And when you are lethargic about not doing anything because you feel disempowered, you feel apathy. And it spirals down out of control if you allow it to. So, what is this crown virus giving us? It's giving us an imbalanced crown. It is polluting the minds of the masses. So how do you fix this? How do you fix this virus? Well, think about and intend for and move towards the opposite of what this is causing, of what this is doing. If it creates separation, try to do something to neutralize that by unifying yourself in nature or with your loved ones. If you feel apathy, do some exercise. If you feel fear, meditate, pray, focus and live in the heart. Because if you're feeling fear and you just go from your head and you're going crazy all day, and then you go and you focus down in your heart, there's no more fear. So that is how you combat the virus that's in your crown, your coronavirus. That's how you do it. So I hope that this was interesting and insightful to you, because there's no accidents in the universe. And I don't think this is one either. So I'm going to end this video with reminding every one of you guys you have infinite self-worth. You're worthy of accomplishing all of your goals and dreams and actualizing the greatest and most beautiful, beautiful version of yourself. Because this universe, it's a university. And we need to learn about ourselves. We need to learn who we are. And if you're watching this video, you're probably trying to do that too. Have a good day.